Have you ever noticed how the most captivating stories, the ones that truly resonate across time and cultures, often share a familiar thread? A hero, living an ordinary existence, is thrust into extraordinary circumstances. Think about it. Luke Skywalker, a humble farm boy destined for greatness. Neo, a computer hacker, awakening to a higher purpose. These narratives, both fictional and real, tap into a universal truth, the power of the hero's journey. This journey, my friends, is not confined to the silver screen or the pages of a book. It's playing out all around us, every single day. It's the story of human experience, the eternal dance between the mundane and the magnificent. And here's the most extraordinary part. It's your story too. You possess within you the same heroic potential that has captivated audiences for centuries. But here's the catch. The hero's journey is not for the faint of heart. It demands courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in one's own potential. Are you ready to answer that call? Are you prepared to shed the weight of complacency and embrace the exhilarating unknown? The path ahead may be challenging, but the rewards, my friends, are immeasurable. This is your moment. This is your call to adventure. The pen is in your hand, and the story of your life is waiting to be written. Every hero, every compelling protagonist begins their journey in the most unassuming of settings, the ordinary world. This is the realm of routine, of familiarity, where life unfolds within the comforting confines of the expected. For Luke Skywalker, it was the desolate planet of Tatooine, his days spent gazing at binary sunsets, yearning for something more. For Neo, it was the humdrum of a cubicle, the monotony of a life half-lived. This, my friends, is where we often find ourselves, adrift in the sea of sameness. We wake up, go through the motions and return to slumber day after day. But even in the heart of the ordinary, a seed of unrest begins to sprout. And then it happens, the call to adventure, a disruption in the fabric of our routine, a beckoning from the realm of the unknown. It could be a whisper, a chance encounter, a sudden shift in circumstance. For Luke, it was the discovery of a hidden message, a plea for help from a princess in distress. For Neo, it was the cryptic message, "Follow the white rabbit," a gateway to a hidden reality. The call to adventure is not always dramatic or earth-shattering. It might be a job offer in a distant city, a chance to pursue a long-forgotten passion, or a whisper in your heart urging you to break free from the shackles of convention. It demands a choice. This brings us to the third stage of Act 1, the refusal of the call. This is where fear rears its ugly head, where doubt casts its long shadow upon our aspirations. It's the insidious voice whispering, "Who are you to think you can achieve this?" It's the crippling fear of failure, the paralyzing terror of the unknown. Luke Skywalker nearly succumbed to the refusal. He almost chose the familiar drudgery of his life on Tatooine over the perilous journey to rescue Princess Leia. Neo, too, hesitated at the threshold of the Matrix, tempted to choose the comforting illusion over the harsh reality. We hear the call to adventure, but we hesitate. We allow fear to masquerade as practicality, doubt to pose as wisdom. Now you might be thinking, this all sounds rather dramatic. Am I really on some grand hero's journey? And to that, I say, absolutely. Perhaps not in the sense of battling mythical creatures or saving galaxies, although who knows what you're capable of. But in the grand tapestry of your own life, you are the hero, facing your own unique set of challenges and opportunities. Right now, at this very moment, you stand at a crossroads. Behind you lies the familiar, the comfortable, the well-trodden path of the ordinary world. Ahead lies the uncharted territory of your own personal call to adventure. It might be a career change beckoning you, a creative endeavor whispering your name, or a relationship calling for a leap of faith. Take a moment to reflect. Listen carefully, my friend. Beneath the clamor of daily life, Beneath the relentless hum of routine, your soul is speaking. It's a soft whisper at first, easily drowned out by the demands of the mundane. But if you pay attention, you'll begin to notice it. A persistent nudge, a gentle urging, a growing sense that there's something more you're meant to do, to experience, to become. What is it that sets your soul on fire? Here's the truth, my friend. The call to adventure is not a one-time event. It's a recurring theme throughout our lives, a persistent invitation to step outside our comfort zones and embrace the exhilarating unknown. Each time we answer the call, we embark on a new leg of our hero's journey, shedding old skins and stepping into a more expansive version of ourselves. Now, I understand that the unknown can be daunting. Fear is a powerful force, and it often disguises itself as practicality, whispering tales of caution and urging us to play it safe. But here's the thing about fear. It thrives in the shadows of inaction. The moment you take that first step, the moment you commit to answering the call, fear begins to loosen its grip. The decision to answer the call to adventure is rarely easy. It requires courage, a willingness to step outside the familiar and embrace the unknown. It means confronting our fears, those insidious whispers that urge us to play it safe, to stay small, to settle for a life less extraordinary. But here's the thing about courage. It's not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. Think of those iconic heroes we admire. Luke Skywalker facing down the might of the Empire. Neo choosing the red pill and the harsh reality it unveils. Did they embark on their journeys devoid of fear? Hardly. They were afraid, yes, but they chose to act in spite of their fear. They understood that true courage is found not in the absence of fear, but in the willingness to move forward even when our knees are knocking and our hearts are pounding. Sometimes the call to adventure is loud and clear. A life-altering event, a sudden opportunity, a burning passion that refuses to be ignored. But more often than not, it's a subtle whisper, a nagging feeling, a sense of unease with the status quo. It might be a longing for a more fulfilling career, a desire to nurture a neglected talent, or a yearning for deeper connections in your relationships. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. What brings you joy? What ignites a spark of excitement within you? What dreams have you tucked away deemed too impractical, too risky, or simply too audacious? These, my friends, are the whispers of your soul, guiding you towards your own unique call to adventure. Embrace them, explore them, and allow yourself to dream big. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, fear. It's an inevitable part of any hero's journey, a formidable guardian standing at the threshold of the unknown. But here's the secret. Fear, in itself, is not the enemy. In fact, it can be a valuable guide, a signal that we're on the precipice of something truly significant. Think of it this way. If you weren't at all afraid, if the path ahead held no uncertainty or risk, would the reward be as sweet? Would the victory be as exhilarating? Probably not. It's the very presence of fear that amplifies the triumph, that makes the journey worthwhile. So, instead of trying to banish fear altogether, which is an impossible task, by the way, try befriending it. Often, the most daunting aspect of answering the call to adventure is the feeling of being overwhelmed. We look at the enormity of the task ahead, the challenges, the unknowns, the sheer magnitude of it all, and we freeze. We tell ourselves that we need a perfect plan, unlimited resources, and unwavering confidence before we can even begin. But here's the liberating truth. You don't need to have it all figured out to get started. You don't need to see the entire staircase to take the first step. In fact, it's often in the act of taking that first, imperfect, slightly terrifying step that the path begins to unfold before us. As you embark on your journey, as you answer the call to adventure and take those initial steps into the unknown, trust that the path will reveal itself to you. It may not always be clear, and there will undoubtedly be detours and obstacles along the way, but the universe has a funny way of supporting those who dare to follow their hearts. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Throughout history, countless heroes have walked this path before you, and their stories serve as a beacon of inspiration and guidance. Look to their examples, learn from their triumphs and failures, and draw strength from their unwavering belief in the power of the human spirit to overcome any obstacle. As you navigate the twists and turns of your own adventure, remember to celebrate your victories, no matter how small they may seem. For centuries, we've been captivated by the tales of heroes and their extraordinary journeys. We've cheered their triumphs, mourned their losses, and marveled at their resilience in the face of adversity. But amidst the epic battles, the daring rescues, and the triumphant returns, there lies a profound truth, often whispered between the lines: the power of narrative. You see, my friends, each of those heroes, those legendary figures etched into the annals of our collective imagination, they all shared one crucial element. They were the authors of their own stories. They understood that life, with its unpredictable twists and turns, is not merely something that happens to us, but a canvas upon which we have the power to paint our own unique masterpiece. Luke Skywalker could have easily remained on Tatooine, a prisoner of his circumstances, forever lamenting his fate as a humble farm boy. Neo could have chosen the blissful ignorance of the blue pill, remaining tethered to a reality that, while comfortable, was ultimately a pale imitation of his true potential. Now you might be thinking, but Richard, my life isn't a grand epic. I haven't battled intergalactic empires or awakened to hidden realities, and to that I say, perhaps not yet. But the power of narrative, the ability to rewrite your story, is not reserved for mythical heroes and extraordinary circumstances. It's a birthright, an inherent ability that resides within each and every one of us. Imagine, if you will, a blank page. Not an empty void, but a canvas brimming with potential, an invitation to create, to dream, to shape your own reality. This, my friends, is the power you hold within you. The pen is in your hand, and the story of your life is waiting to be written, rewritten, and rewritten again. Don't allow yourself to be confined by the limitations of your past, the self-doubt that whispers, "I'm not good enough," or the fear that hisses, "What if I fail?" These are but illusions, shadows cast by the flickering flames of our own insecurities. Embrace the blank page, my friends. Embrace the unknown. For it is in the space between where we are and where we long to be that the most extraordinary transformations occur. Now, I understand that rewriting your story is not always a straightforward process. It requires courage, self-compassion, and an unwavering belief in the power of your own potential. There will be moments of doubt, setbacks that test your resolve, and the ever-present temptation to slip back into the familiar grooves of the past. But I assure you, my friends, the journey is worth it. So how do we begin? How do we take that first empowering step towards reclaiming our narratives and crafting a life that truly aligns with our deepest desires? It starts with a simple act of awareness. Take a moment to reflect on the stories you've been telling yourself about your abilities, your limitations, your worthiness of love and happiness. Are these stories serving you? Are they propelling you towards your dreams or holding you captive in a cycle of self-doubt and inertia? Remember, you are not defined by your past mistakes, your perceived failures, or the limiting beliefs that have been foisted upon you. You are a work in progress, a masterpiece in the making. Embrace the imperfections, celebrate the detours, and never ever underestimate the power of a single courageous step to change the entire trajectory of your life. And so, my friends, we arrive at the heart of the matter. The hero's journey is not merely a tale of adventure and triumph, but a profound reflection of our own capacity for growth, resilience, and the relentless pursuit of our truest selves. It's a testament to the extraordinary power that lies dormant within each of us, waiting to be awakened by the siren call of our own unique destinies. The path ahead may be uncertain, fraught with challenges that test our resolve and tempt us to retreat to the familiar shores of comfort. But remember this: the hero's journey is not about achieving a final destination, but about embracing the transformative power of the journey itself. It's about the lessons learned, the obstacles overcome, and the unwavering belief in our ability to rise above any challenge, to rewrite our stories, and to emerge from the crucible of experience stronger, wiser, and more fully alive. This, my friends, is your call to action. Embrace the unknown, silence the voices of doubt, and step boldly into the uncharted territory of your own extraordinary potential. The world is waiting to witness the hero within you rise. The story of your life, with all its messy glory and breathtaking possibilities, is yours to write. What will your legacy be?